Hey guys, sorry for the little bit of the delay. Go away, go away. Just bringing up the questions that Sandy asked a really good one. Philosophy on training. So this is coffee chat, in case you don't know. We're doing our coffee chat again, and Sandy brought up a really good one, asking my philosophy on training. I'm just going to bring up what she says about hers first, which I really like. What she said it's really good. Just give me a sec. Ba, 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 ba. It's nice and slow, of course. Here it comes. I've got my coffee. Have you got your coffee? This is like my third one. I went to bed at like 7:30 last night, and then got up at say 3. So this is like my third coffee already. I'm very much a go to bed early, wake up early kind of guy. I really enjoy doing that. Scrolling. Alright, Sandy. A bit deeper question. What is your philosophy on fitness? I believe fitness should be fun, challenging, and adaptable to change. Which is awesome. 100%. Like in a sentence, that is perfect. So my philosophy on fitness is always goes like a kind of a funnel. So goal orientated. So the way I do it is whatever the fitness is has to improve or work towards the goal. And the goal could be like a values thing. I just like being strong, so we want to work towards being strong. And it could be an actual physical goal, like I want to be able to run this race, and you want to run the race, and you want to get a certain level of body weight. Whatever it is, I think whatever it is you're doing should work towards that. And then that just helps take out noise. It filters out things that you shouldn't do. But then the next step I find to put in the funnel is it's engaging. So Sandy said fun, which is good as well, and I say engaging because I want it to be entertaining and also a little bit challenging. So you have to overcome it in a sense, because as humans we like to overcome things and have wins against little challenges that build up over time. So I like things to be a little engaging in that sense, where it challenges you a little bit. It gives you it works up your inner competitive side for some people, and for others it just makes it fun for them to do the training. So goal orientated, engaging, simple. Simple is a massive one. There's so much stuff you can do, so many things, but I like to keep it literally in these categories. So I've got the key movement categories, which is based on Dan John's 6, and I have an extra one in there for obstacle racing stuff. But basically it's pushing something overweight, pushing weight overhead, or doing a push up, or whatever it is. Pulling your body up, or pulling your body towards something, or pulling a weight towards you. Hinge, picking something off the floor. Squat, picking something up and squatting with it, or squatting to the toilet, all those kinds of things. Carrying heavy loads for distance or time, being able to carry something heavy, and everything else, as weird as that sounds. So those 5 categories are the most important things, and I put that into everyone's training program because I think that is the most important stuff and the minimal effective dose of things you need to do to make sure you're getting overall body strong. And then everything else is basically everything else. So I have a 7th, so that's 5, 6. I have a 7th movement. I'll call it gait. And that's what a lot of people call it. Actually, I didn't make it up. Everyone calls it gait. So mine is walking into skipping into shuffling into jogging into sprinting. Whatever way you fall on that continuum, as long as you're doing one of them, good. And crawling actually falls into gait too. So it goes crawling into marching, into walking, into skipping, into so on. So a massive continuum. You start at one end and work your way up to the other. And if you feel like you're breaking down in sprinting, you work back to a point where you're not breaking down and then work your way back up again. So that's the categories I have for movement, and it's simple. If you just focus on this, you got push, pull, hinge, squat, carry, gait, and then everything else. So anything else that you can think of falls into the everything else bucket if it doesn't fall into those other buckets. I'll do a video on all this as well later, where I'll talk to you about what falls into each bucket. But that's my philosophy, is like, has to be goal orientated, whatever that goal, if it's towards values or to actual physical goal, has to be engaging, simple, and and flexible. Like what Sandy said with adapting, I like the idea of flexibility. So flexible to the sense that you can be flexible when you show up on the day and do the dose that is required, or that your body can handle for that day. So if you're really, really smashed and cooked, you can just wind the dose back. So do less sets, less reps, whatever. Probably generally less sets. So you can have a shorter workout, but you do enough to get enough of a stimulus for the day, so you win the day, and then turn it back up when you feel good. And the ability to show up every day and do it if you want to. So I follow Dan John rule of, is the workout hard enough? If you can show up and do it again tomorrow, then it's a good workout. If you can't show up and do the same workout again, it's not a good workout. There's times to do challenges, which is different. Challenges are a different thing. That's where you really, even challenging challenges in workouts are things that you, like a race and events. They're challenges, they're events. So there's time to do them, and there's like once every fortnight. And pretty much, and maybe once a week, if that. But generally, everything else, you need to be able to show up and be able to do pretty much the same workout again the next day without too much hassle. There is going to be like an accumulated fatigue thing, but generally you want to be able to keep showing up all the time. Because if your workouts are so hard that you can't show up the next day, your workouts are derailing your progress. So that's my philosophy on training, and that's why I do the metabolic conditioning circuits we do with our small group training, which is coming back soon, where we hit all those movement categories in a whole workout, through the warm-up all the way through to the end. So we hit every single one in every single workout. So we do our gait stuff in the warm-up, sometimes in the workout. We do push and a hinge in one circuit, a squat and a pull in the other circuit, and then we have the everything else categories ticked off in there, both circuits, and then we have conditioning in there as well. So we hit everything we need to do in every single workout. That's why they're so good and so effective. So that's my philosophy on training. So that was an awesome question, Sandy. For those of you who got the recipe books, good job, because it's now shut down. You guys can't get it anymore unless you want to buy it. You guys had 5 days to get in there and download them all. Now, if you want to get access to those recipe books, which are super awesome, and we're going to update every month. There's 4 in there now, and there's going to be 1 new one every month. Jump in there and grab it. You just got to pay for it. It's like $9 to pay for one book, or you can just sign up for a membership. It's $19 a month, and you get the recipe books, a new one every single month. It also gives you access to our coaching app. So if you want to know more about that, let me know. I haven't got any other questions really. No one's really posted anything else. Sandy did a post last night about having a shit day and probably going to smash some chocolate, which is totally cool. Being flexible in your diet is also really important, but matching it to your values. So the idea being is that if you value being strong, healthy, and lean, you want to match what you do, everything you do in your day, generally, to, let's say, strong, lean, healthy, and flexible. So they're your 4 values. They're the 4 values you're going to run your life, your health and fitness by. So when you go to decide to have, I want to have this chocolate, match it up against your values. Does it match up against your values? Is it going to help you stay strong? Maybe not. Is it going to help you stay lean? Potentially, but probably not. Is it going to help you stay healthy? Yes, dark chocolate makes you stay healthy. And is it flexible? Saying yes to it is being flexible. And it's not and we never want to be the person who says no to everything. So having chocolate on days when you're feeling a bit crap or whatever. If you have a food choice that makes you feel better, or even alcohol within reason makes you relax and de-stress a little bit, go for it, do it, whatever you got to do to get through that moment. Just don't let it spill over into consecutive days and consecutive weeks. Put a ceiling on whatever it is you're doing. So if it is chocolate, put a ceiling on the fact that you only have 4 squares or something like that. Or even just put a stopgap on it that you're going to eat it today, not tomorrow. So you can have a day off in between. And if you need it again the following day, have it again the following day. That's the best way to go it. Be flexible, have ceilings so you don't go overboard, so you don't just go into massive gorge and binge fest for a week. Just allow yourself to have it when you feel like having it, and then when you don't feel like having it, don't have it. Then the other side of the coin is to find out what your trigger foods are. Like if chocolate is a trigger food, which it is for me, if I have 1 bit of chocolate, I have 10 bits of chocolate. So I generally try not to have any chocolate. Like we went out and bought... Chocolate is my food for this week, so I have a certain food choice that I have for the week, which is off my usual plan. And chocolate was this week, and I've already had 2 family blocks of chocolate. One was Whittaker's, and the other one wasn't as calorie dense as what Whittaker's is, but I had dark chocolate Whittaker's and dark chocolate Aldi brand. So that's 2, and it's Wednesday. And I always start that on Saturday, so I've only got 2 days to go, but it's still... That's extra calories I've got to account for, which I have been, but still, chocolate is my trigger food, so I don't bring it in very often. It comes in once a month now. So I have to put barriers in between me having it. So stuff to play around with there. No other questions. This week we're not doing a challenge because the challenge for us coaches is we're getting ready to open back up for training in person in these COVID times, which means everything's different. And I'm working on something very exciting news-wise, which will be announced very soon. So keep your eyes peeled for that. I can't wait to start sharing info about it, but very excited. So I'm going to go now and keep working on what I need to do to get ready, but keep your eyes peeled for the news. It's going to be awesome. See ya.